Has the tone of practices felt a little different this past week?
Yeah, we've been getting after it. It's been a really, really good week of practice, probably our best week we've had all season as far as intensity and working on our defense. I feel like our defense has taken huge strides this week in practice, and now it's just about taking what we've done in practice, what we've learned, what we've worked on, and implementing that in games, and that's what we got to do.
What needs to change the most on the defensive end of the floor for you guys?
I think it's just consistency throughout every aspect of the game, but especially on defense. You know, I think we go a couple possessions in a row, or even a couple games in a row where we play pretty decent defense, and then all of a sudden, I don't know what it is, but all of a sudden you have a lot of shutdowns, a lot of places where you break down, and you can't have that in defense. On offense, you can get away with having some breakdowns here and there, but on the defensive end, you got to be very sure of yourself and very tightly wound as a group. And if you have one guy that slips up, that really affects the entire team on defense. So just being consistent for an entire possession, an entire 40 minutes.
Is it a focus thing at all, or is it tweaking things?
It might be. I don't know. I'm not sure. I think some of it's fundamentals that we've worked on. We've worked on a lot of stuff as far as we've done a charge drill every single day in practice for the last 2 weeks. From taking charges to being in the right position to take a charge, just stuff like that. Because when you get out of position, you get in foul trouble. We get our bigs in foul trouble, and a lot of stuff like that. And then, I think a little bit of focus, not so much focusing on how we do individually on the offensive end, but focus on your defense first, and then let the offense happen. Because we know we're a good offensive team, and we can score with just about anybody. It's just about putting all of our effort in on defense.
The starters on this team log a lot of minutes. You log the most. How much does that affect defensive intensity throughout the whole game?
I don't know how much it affects it. Obviously, playing a lot of minutes, you have to pick your spots where you try to get a breather. And as time has gone on, I've learned to get those at timeouts. You know, you can't make excuses. You know, you only play 4-minute games really, and then you get a 2-minute break. So to make the excuse of being tired, that's a pretty soft approach at it. So I wouldn't say anything about not me or any of the guys playing long minutes that we're tired or too tired to play defense. We just got to commit ourselves to doing it.
What kind of versatility does Gigi coming back add to you guys?
Oh, it's huge. It's huge. It gives us another player to play up in our front court. He's very long. I always forget how tall he is. Every time he comes back and plays, he's shooting layups and his hand's at the rim before he even jumps. So he gives another look on pick and pops and stuff on offense. And then on the defensive end, he's very long. We can play him at the top of our 3-2 zone like we do Jonah. On our 15 out of bounds play, we can put him on the ball and cause problems. Get him down inside, rebounding and stuff like that. So it's huge to have him back. Not only to have another body, but just to have him back on the court. That's why I told him when he was coming back was that we need him for more so the little things than anything else. He does a lot of those things for us, which help us a lot.
Does he look like he's still kind of knocking off some of the rust?
He's actually surprised me a little bit in practice. You know, I thought he'd come back and wouldn't be shooting the ball very well. I mean, the kid hadn't really done much, hadn't been able to do much for a long time. You know, not being able to jump or run or really shoot. And he came back and he's been knocking down a lot of shots. He's been rebounding the ball. He's been passing it really well. And Gigi's a very quick learner. He'll bounce back quick. You might see a little bit of rust, but as he gets on the court, I think he's going to be just fine.
How many minutes do you think he has in him?
I think he's got as much as the coaches want to play him. Obviously, that's up to the doctors and whatever's going on. I don't know all the aspects of that, but Gigi will play as much as they allow him. He's been itching to get back out there. I know that.
Tony, if you won the Mega Millions lottery, do you think you'd still be a good basketball player? Do you think you still have the drive?
Oh, definitely. I'll just be a really, really, really well-dressed basketball player. But I would still play. Playing basketball is fun. If I wanted to make a million, I'll just be well-dressed. I'm still well-dressed now, but
I was going to say, what are you now?
My budget would be crazy.
Have you sensed a difference this past week in practice, just in the intensity on defense?
Definitely. You just gotta make adjustments and be ready for a big-time road trip because every game in the Pac-12 is tough. So adjustments for us are big.
What have practices been like in the last few days since last week?
Regular, tough. We try to make practices always harder than the game. just tough and focus on winning, focus on making the right plays. We didn't score for long stretches in the SC game, and that's not us. So we had to figure out that drought, and we just kept playing through, working on screening, working on a lot of different defensive things to just tone our defense up going into the second half of the season. Same adjustments the Royals made to win the World Series.
You've only lost 2 games on the road. At home, but on the road it's been a little more difficult. How do you get the focus on the road that you have at home?
Just on the road is tougher because the team is already comfortable. They're in their own gym, their own coaching staff. Everybody's comfortable there. So it's just coming out, playing hard, playing tougher, trying to get them just a little bit uncomfortable and get a win on the road. That's the biggest thing, because on the road they're comfortable, they know everything. It's their house, it's their fans. Nothing can really go wrong for them when they're at home. But just being a team that just comes in and just knocks them off guard and just plays hard and continue to fight, that's how you win road games, and that's what road teams do.
Last time you guys won a road game, you were outstanding against Gonzaga. How can you kind of use that experience on this road trip?
Just coming out and playing hard. I think playing hard and running the floor is a big thing for us. Get our guards the ball out on the break and just let them have fun. I think that's going to be a big part of us winning on the road too.
What do you think have been the biggest problems defensively?
Just little breakdowns here and there, but defensively you got to be on the string. So when somebody falls down, you got to pick them up. Not necessarily falling on the floor, but if they miss a block out or let a baseline drive go, it's just being on the string. Everybody helping each other, even if we're in a scramble. It's just playing hard and being active.
What have you seen from Gigi?
Gigi's great. He's a great player, a great passer. Can really shoot the ball, stretches the floor, rebounds well, and can post. So he's going to be a big addition for us. Definitely going to add a lot of talent for us coming in. I'm so great to have him back. He's such a good player.
Do you think it's going to take any time for him to get rhythm back, whether it be shooting or?
No, I think he's fine. I think he shot the ball well today. His rhythm's good. He's not the best looking kid, but other than that, he's been playing well.
What does Oregon State bring to the table?
They're just a tough team. They play fast. They get out and run with you. They try to slow you down on the defensive end with the press, and they play a lot of zone. But they have Gary Payton Jr. They're getting really good production from their freshmen. So they're playing well right now.